Assalamualaikum dan salam sejahtera. We are from Group 4. Today, we want to present our analysis of the student lifestyle datasets. These are the team member, which is consists of 5, which is Kang Mizwan, Puyi, Jungmin, Richwan, and Shafiq. The introduction highlight the crucial role of the healthcare in managing physical and mental health, especially for students with increasing academic pressure. Students are more prone to stress-related issues and sleep disorder and the lifestyle imbalance. The objective of this analysis are twofold. First, to examine the relationship between lifestyle factor and academic performance. Second, to explore the impact of the lifestyle choices. Next. The datasets called student lifestyle datasets, which is sourced from Kaggle, comprise 2,000 student observations with 5 key variables. All the variables are numerical, which is study hour, extracurricular hour, activities, sleeps, and social hour, and physical activities. The outcome are GPA and the stress levels. For example, a student who studies 6.9 hours daily with moderated stress has a GPA of 2.99. Done.
Oh, okay. Hi, everyone. Now I'm going to explain the methodology in this assignment. We are going to using the factor analysis to identify the construct or factor responsible for correlation among group or variable in our dataset. The reason we choose the factor analysis in this assignment is due to the variable representing different aspects of student lifestyle. Factor analysis can help us to reveal the latent factors that explain the relationship between these variables and the factor under the stress problem. So the method of estimation of factor analysis we use is maximum likelihood method. In the software, we are going to be using the RStudio. We have two steps for our maximum likelihood method, which is the first step is assuming the normality of the factor, common factor, specific factor are normally distributed. The step 2, we are going to compute the estimate using R. We are going to using R to iterative to compute the maximum likelihood estimate of the factor loadings and specific values. For the code, we're using the two package. The first one, we provide the function of factor analysis, and the second one provide the function of the script block. And we processing the data to remove the non-related variables. And then we calculate the correlation, and we checking the correlation. We found that there is an error inside that. So we add on the 0.01 in the diagonal of correlation matrix to extract the initial error to make the correlation matrix positively defined. We also generate a script point using the ggplot tool to determine the error point and the number of factors to return. We found that there is 3 number of factors to return in our script plot. Next. So, and then we're going to apply the very mesh notation to perform a factor analysis. The purpose of very mesh notation is to achieve a simple vector structure to interpret, and also maximize the variance of the square rootings to more easily to interpret the factor. Last, we're using the analyze diagram to interpret the factor loadings, and then we generate the result.
Next, I will explain the result part. First, for the dataset, the column of the GPA and also the stress level are eliminated from the dataset since they are not factors. Therefore, there are only 5 factors left in the dataset. And next, for the correlation matrix, this shows the relationship between the factors. And if the correlation matrix is positive, that means that A increase, B also increase. If the value is negative, then A increase, B decrease. And the larger the magnitude, the stronger the relationship. And we can summarize the relationship between as follow. First of all, the sleep hours has a positive correlation with the study hours and also extracurricular hours. And study hours has a negative correlation with the extracurricular hours, and social hours and the physical activity hours has all the negative correlation with all other factors. And the physical activity hours per day has a relatively strong negative correlation with all other factors. And next, for the script plot, this is the plot of the eigenvalues. We observe the graph since the third eigenvalue is larger significantly than the fourth eigenvalue. The third point is the elbow point, and the first 3 factors are important, and we only use the first 3 factors. Yeah, that's all.
All right, so now let's talk about the factor analysis next. So first of all, we will do the factor analysis based on the original correlation matrix, but as we can see, the correlation matrix is not positive definite, so it cannot run the factor analysis. Hence, we need to add 0.01 to the correlation matrix to adjust the diagonal, and we can find the unrotated factor loadings. And based on the the unrotated factor loadings, we can see that they have all of the three factors are bipolar factors where they have positive and negative loadings. Next. And afterwards, we will do the Varimax rotator factor loadings where we can see that next. Based on the FA diagram from the Varimax rotator factor loadings, we can say that from factor 3, it has a high positive loading for both sleep hours per day and extracurricular activities per day, and also high negative loadings for physical activity hours per day. And for factor 2, it has a high positive loading for social hours per day, and factor 1 has a high positive loading for study hours per day. So these are the three main factors. And based on the communities, we can say that all of the variables can be used since all communities are between 0 to 1.
Okay. Now I'll present about the conclusion part. There are some key findings that can be summarized. Firstly, since the correlation matrix is not positively finite, then we add a small value which is 0.01 to the diagonal to resolve the issue, and allowing factor analysis to proceed. Then after this, through the script plot, we found multiple elbow points, which made it difficult to determine which elbow point to use as a reference for deciding the number of factors. Lastly, through this factor analysis based on the dataset, we successfully reduced the factor from 5 to 3. However, additional analysis and interpretation are required to clearly define the meaning of these three factors. Next is the implication for the chosen industry, which is healthcare industry. The implications are education on lifestyle balance, mental health focus, and preventive health strategy. Next, last, this is our reference. And next, that's all for our group 4 presentation. Thank you.